barrier passed by fresh graduate students during the COVID-19 pandemic. During the COVID-19 period, many countries experienced economic downturn. This impact is also felt in Indonesia. Many employees have been laid off from their jobs, and also many economic activities in Indonesia have been stopped due to government regulation for no crowds. Many schools and campuses are closed and learning activities are carried out online, including graduation are also carried out online. So, teaching and learning activities do not stop. Islamic Bandung University graduated 1,000 students on 27 February 2021, while Gajah Mada University graduated 1,934 students on 24 February 2021. So this pandemic will not be a barrier to graduation and teaching and learning activities. Of course, graduating during a pandemic will not be the same as during normal times, where many graduations are done online to limit the crowd. Graduating during a pandemic is certainly a challenge for fresh graduates, where there are not many jobs and also the high rate of layoff during the pandemic. According to Sastra Wijaya ABC News, there were 30.5 million Indonesians who had been laid off during the pandemic, plus nearly 7 million of unemployment, bringing the current total unemployment to 10.3 million people, according to research conducted by Muhammad Falikul Misbah et al. There are more than 1.1 million college fresh graduates, and according to this research, there are 51.62% not working and 48.38% working. There are obstacles experienced by fresh graduates, according to fresh graduate source reported by CNN. CNN research Iqbal Ramadan, who applied as an HRD consultant, had to wait in the financially if by the end of 2020 still not getting a job. He has to rack his brain whether to apply for a job in the field of praharja service or apply for job in other fields that are not in accordance with his educational background. He admitted that the past few months have been confused about his future. Graduating from campus is usually an atmosphere filled with euphoria for students. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, students who have just graduated or fresh graduate are trending with the hashtag Wisuda LDR 2020. This hashtag is intended for those who have just graduated but cannot hold a graduation due to the effect of the pandemic. This hashtag was trending on social media some time ago. Worried about the fact its students will carry out the thesis trial. The Faculty of Language and Literature of the English Literature Study Program held an online discussion with the Developing Countries Studies Center on Friday, July 24, 2020, an online discussion with the theme Graduating in the Pandemic Era, Where Are You Going? This invites prospective English literature graduates to be more technological literate. Every human being is required to be creative and innovative in the work they are doing. Everyone now has a social media account. We have to be smart about using it. Here the role of the technology is extraordinary. Everyone must be literate using technology. Explained Siti Tuti Alawiyah in the discussion. Siti Tuti Alawiyah, who is a lecturer as well as the head of the English Literature Study Program, also give advice for prospective English literature graduate students to hone skill to support the career they will pursue. We as individuals are invited to be a little flexible to be able to get along and adapt, understand and socially skill, more productive and accountable. Continue to hone the skill you have, he said. With the COVID-19 phenomenon, it is undeniable that many sectors are affected, including the world of work. Not a few companies that lay off their employees in order to minimize the budget. The world of job competition has indeed been said to be getting tougher, especially with this pandemic phenomenon which has hampered the absorption of labor from high school or vocational or undergraduates. As we can see that during the pandemic, online buying and selling transactions are increasing rapidly, according to Nur Azizah Widayaiswara, Young Expert, Ministry of Communication and Information Technology of the Republic of Indonesia, is a ministry within the government of Indonesia. Prospective graduate must now be observant of job opportunities. There are two potential. You just choose to be a potential loser or a potential winner. For friends who are graduating at this time, find it difficult to find work, try to increase creativity and be able to use online media such as online shop. This is an opportunity and always follow the development of information technology, he explained. Being a business actor in the social media market, there is constantly not much different from the usual market. It's just a matter of how we can continue to explore the potential that we have together with creativity and innovation, add Nur Azizah. In line with the talk of Nur Azizah, Rika Kartika, University lecturer, Muhammad Tamrin, as well as DCIC Research Associate, said, change is forced and will never wait for us to adapt. We must have the ability to analyze our network and change orientation, not after graduating from college to become a worker. You can become an entrepreneur because a developed nation is from people who are entrepreneurs, say Rika. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought change to the human. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought changes to the human system of life. In the world of education, for example, not only conceptual way of learning have changed into the distant education system, but also the mindset of student, and student must also adapt. Coordinating Minister for Human Development and Culture, Muhajir Effendi said that as a candidate for the next generation, students should not give up. Likewise, college graduates must always be optimists in looking at the future. Graduating during the COVID-19 pandemic does have its own challenge. Do not be discouraged with the provision obtaining during your education. I'm sure that you will be successful in all fields. Don't get tired of trying and be optimistic, he said, while giving a scientific oration online at the 97 year 97 graduation period 3 of 2020 University of Muhammadiyah Malang. Muhajir said that based on data from the Central Statistic Agency in February 2020, the condition of the workforce Indonesian was 56.85% of elementary or junior high school education equivalent. 30.30 have a high school education, vocational equivalent, and 13 have a diploma and above. However, in fact, of the total 136 million workforce, 7 million are unemployment. 7 million are unemployment. 7 million are unemployed. Even during the pandemic, the number of unemployed is estimated to increase to around 8 to 10 million people. With the estimated number of new workers reaching 3 million annually, it means that the government has the responsibility to prepare 8 to 10 million workers every year. Therefore, a breakthrough by opening up new job opportunity is very much needed, said the former Ministry of Education and Culture. The Job Creation Act is a form of implementation of the government commitment to tackling the unemployment problem. Muhajir claimed that the law, which was passed by the DPR, was a breakthrough to catch up so that the Indonesian economy will not get worse due to the high unemployment due to the pandemic. No legislation is absolutely perfect, but believe me, the government has good intention so that those who have not worked can get jobs. We encourage our workforce to become independent, open business, and be able to recruit new workers, said the coordinating Minister for Human Development and Culture. Given this, he also advised students or those who had just graduated from college not to give up, keep trying and not give up. Many of the current workforce have successfully worked in the micro, small, and medium enterprise sector. In fact, have become the backbone of the national economy. So my message immediately entered the red cycle of the human life cycle. Don't wait, don't procrastinate. Immediately challenge the difficult and obstacle that exist because there are no story of successful people without challenge. Not give up easily, be optimistic about the future, concludes Muhajir.